but I'm recording now. Now I need to, oh, hello. All right, we're doing independent living, section 2, reading a floor plan. And this section has 3 learning targets. Learning target number 1, I can compute the perimeter and area of a polygon. All right, so this idea of you can compute the perimeter. The perimeter is adding up all the sides. So the perimeter of the house is you measure all the different sides of the house, you get the perimeter. You have to add up all the outside. It's like the distance of the outside of the polygon is the perimeter. The area is the amount of square feet or square whatever units inside the polygon. All right, so like, you know, usually in houses we talk about square feet. To give you some context, 500 square feet would be an itty bitty tiny apartment, like a tiny studio apartment. Even that 500 is even pushing that. 600 I think is the smallest studio I've ever seen. Let's see, 1,000 square feet is what most people would consider a small apartment. 1,000 square feet is small. 1,500 square feet apartment would be pretty sizable. 1,500 square foot house would be kind of a small house. 2,000 square foot house would be considered probably a medium or average house, and a really big apartment. And you get like something like 3,000 square feet. That's a huge house. All right, that's a very, very large, lots of space. All right. Oh, and then we have a second learning target. I can compute the areas of irregular regions. We're going to be looking eventually at ponds and lakes and things like that, and calculating the areas of irregular shapes. And then I can compute volumes of rectangular solids. And we'll do that. We're doing that in order to know what size furnace or air conditioner you might need for a space. All right, let me get this a little bit more out of the way. There we are. All right, hopefully you already have your name, the learning targets in here. Last time we did this warm-up. This time we're going to do this warm-up right here. Warm-up, a square has a side of 16 feet. What is the area of that square? I'm also putting the question in the chat. Let me give you a minute to think about it. How do you calculate the area of a square? I usually find it helpful to try to draw myself a diagram on these kind of problems. This one's pretty simple. You probably don't even need a diagram, but it's a good practice. So here's my square, right? And then the one side has 16 feet. All right, and then the thing I know about squares is that if that's all 4 sides of a square are the same. So if this side is 16, that makes this one 16, and then this one and that one, they're all 16, because that's the definition of a square. All 4 sides are the same. So what's the area? What's the area? Well, if I was doing the area, what I'd want to do is kind of like take 1/16, and I would draw, 1, 2, 3, and I would keep doing this, 4, and I'm probably not going to make it, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, almost made it, 16. All right, and then I would start doing it the other way. I'd go, 1, 2, and then of course there would be all these little squares, right? I know this is terrible, but there'd be these little squares. So if there's 16 this way, and then there's 16 this way, the area I'm looking for has got to be 16 by 16. That's so I calculate that using multiplication, right? I got one side that's 16 times another side that's 16. I would have a total area of 256 square feet. 256 feet. There's 2 ways to do this. You can do feet. Geez, somebody help me out here. It's not a tilde, it's a caret.
Caret.
Yeah, all right.
A tilde.
Sorry, brain fart there. Brain fart. 256. You can do like, feet squared. That's feet squared, or you can do like square feet. But you can't just put feet when you're doing area, right? This is an area, not a length measurement. So either one of these works. Okay, we're gonna leave the rest of these warm-ups for another time. Tomorrow you'll do this one, right? Tomorrow you have an assignment, which is to do example 3. You'll do example 3 on your own tomorrow. On Wednesday, and let me find. This is example 1. Basically we were using a proportion here. We were using a ratio to create a proportion, and then we were using that to find out how many feet based on how many inches on the floor plan. actual feet of board length we need, and then we found the board length, and we found, okay, if the base molding costs $2.10 per foot, how much it will cost to buy all the base molding for the project. All right, you need this kind of math. You do a lot in construction and home repair. And then you did, you finished the Bruce problem, you finished the Janice problem, and you did the Tavion problem on your own. So now we're going to do example 2, which is all about Gabriella's living room. All right, here we have a floor plan of Gabriella's living room. It's a very nice living room. It's got this huge, like four windows on this side of the wall. It's got a little window and a door that leads to the outside here. And then it looks like it's got some entryways to other rooms of the house here and here. And then, of course, most notably, there's a piano. There's a piano on this side, in this corner of the room. So Gabriella plans to carpet her living room, except for the quarter circle shown in the corner. She does not want to put carpet here. She just wants to carpet the rest of the living room. The area that will be wood, so she wants her piano to be on a wood floor. Now that area will be a wood floor where she will put her piano. The radius of the circle is 8 feet. All right, remember what a radius is? Let me see, give me an example here. All right, if I have a circle, that's a terrible circle, but it'll work for now. There's my center. All right, from the center to the outside of the circle, that's a radius, small r. If I draw a line from the outside of the circle, if it goes through the center all the way through, that's a diameter. So all of this is a diameter. Every diameter is equal to 2 radii. All right, 2 radii. All right, that's a little review on circle terminology. A radius is from the center to the outside of the circle. All right, the radius of the quarter circle is 8 feet. The carpeting costs $9.55 per square foot. What is the cost of carpeting that she will use in her living room? All right, here's the solution. Here's how we define this. We're going to find the area first of the entire rectangle. Then we'll just subtract the area of the quarter circle to find the area of the carpeted section of the floor. In the formula for area, length is like just lowercase l and width is w. So here's the first little bit. We have this rectangular room. There is a quarter circle in the room. Right, there's the center of the circle in the corner. 1 radii is going to be 8 feet. I already forget the length, so width of this thing. Oh yes, it's going to be 25 feet. The length of the room is 25 feet, and it is 16 feet in width. All right. So first, we're going to find out the total area of the living room. Right, we're going to do 25 times 16. That is the formula for the area of a rectangle, is just length times width. Length is 25, width is 16. 25 times 16 is 400. The total area of the living room is 400 square feet. All right, feet squared. There we go. Now we need to figure out the area of a circle. All right, we have a quarter circle here. All right. The radial bone is the bone extended down from your thumb. Ah, I see. Making a connection to the radial bone to the radius. All right. So the area of a circle, there's a formula for that, right? The formula for the area of a circle. It's the area of a circle equals this little thing here. Sometimes it looks like this. That symbol is called pi. All right, maybe it's pi. Pi is pi. It's a number. It's equal to a number. It's approximately 3.14. It's a very special number because it relates to circles and the area and the radii. All right, so it's what it says is that if you take this special number pi, which is approximately 3.14, and you multiply it by the radius squared, and in this case we have a quarter circle, so we're going to multiply that again by 1/4, we'll find the area of 1/4 of the total circle. So all right, so there's the 1/4. There's pi, there's 3.14. The radius of the circle is 8 feet. So we're going to do 8 squared, radius squared. All right, well, 8 squared is 64. So I got a 64 here. And it just becomes a multiplication. All right, 0.25 times 3.14 times 64 is going to give you a total of 50.24. All right. That is the area of the circle. 50.24 square feet is the area of that quarter circle right there. So now to find out how much carpeting we need to buy to carpet this area, we're going to take the 400, the total 400. We're going to subtract the 50.24, 400 minus 50.24, and we're going to get a result of 349.76 square feet. So you're probably going to have to order 350 square feet of carpeting in order to make this gameplay work. You might actually have to order even a little bit more because they probably aren't going to sell you round strips of carpeting. You're going to have to like cut the circle out from, you're going to have to like, buy little bits of extra bits of carpeting. But this gives you a rough estimate. So what you're doing is you're taking these extra little square feet of carpeting and you're going to be cutting them to get this. So you might have to do a little over 350, but this at least gives you a rough estimation of what you're probably going to need. All right, let me get rid of that. And we'll look at this. All right. We know that, so now we know we need 300 feet of carpeting approximately. We're going to multiply the number of square feet needed by $9.55 because each square foot of this carpet costs $9.55. And we need 350 square feet of that carpeting. So 350 square feet times $9.55 gives us a total cost of $3,342.50. That's what it'll cost for just the carpeting in this room. Hopefully that's with installation. I would hope. Otherwise, that's really, really expensive carpeting. Gabriella must got it like that. All right. So due to the shape of the carpeted area, yes, so it says, just telling you what I just told you. Gabriella may have to purchase a few extra square feet of carpet just to make sure the installers have enough. Oh, good. This is a price installed. I was hoping that that was the case. This is determined at the time of purchase. So this gives Gabriella a way to calculate a rough estimate of what she'll pay to carpet her living room installed. All right. All right. So here's where I'll help you out with one, and then you'll do the problem with Rico and the problem with Nora, and you'll be done for the day. All right. Sound good? All right. Hopefully. All right. Express the area of the shaded region in the room algebraically. All right. So I want you to express to me the area of just the shaded portion of the room. Let me give you like 2 minutes because I know you guys need a little bit extra time with your algebraic stuff. Nobody's indicating to me yet that they've got a response, so I presume we're stuck. Is that the case? Give me just a green check mark in participants if you're just stuck. All right, we're just stuck. Okay. All right. Well, first step, let me find out the total area of the rectangle, just like we did up here, right? Our first step was to find the total area of the rectangle. And then of course, the problem here is we have some algebra to do. All right, so I know that's no fun, but remember it's gonna be length times width. So we have our length here, we have our width there. We need to do length times width, which was x plus 3. It's 3, it's an ugly 3, times 2x. We know how to do this kind of thing. We've been doing this for a while. X times 2x would be 2x squared. Ooh, I need to get that 2 to be better. And then 3 times 2x is going to be plus 6x. I know that I ran out of space there, but so let's see. My total area here is 2 times x squared plus 6x. All right, and now I need to find out, well, what's the area of that little shape there? Well, again, it's going to be length times width, right? Length times width. So it's going to be x times 5, which is going to be equal to 5x. Okay, so I need to subtract this. I don't want to include this area here in the middle. I just want the shaded region. Just all of this is what I want to find the area of. So I'm going to subtract 5x. Well, okay, we have some like terms here, right? We've got, this is a like term to this. These two can combine, right? Well, 6x minus 5x just becomes 1x. And then the 2x squared just stays the same. So 2x squared plus 1x. So if I was to put this I was to put this on my in here, it would be 2x caret squared plus 1x, or you just say x, right? That's the idea here. You first take the length times width of the big rectangle, then find the length times width of the small rectangle, and subtract the small from the bigger, and then that's the shaded area. That's the area you haven't done. How do we feel about that now? Is it like you were stuck before, but now does it seem easy? Or does it still seem like, ew?
I don't know.
Yomari can't decide. She's not decided whether. All right. Well, let me just talk about your strategy on these ones. We have Rico here. Rico wants to put down new vinyl flooring in his kitchen. The kitchen is a rectangle 20 feet by 15 feet wide. So I always recommend that you draw a little diagram for yourself, just so you know, have an idea of what's going on here. Okay, it's 20 feet long. It's 15 feet wide. It's got a semicircle. You know what a semicircle is?
Is it like a half of a circle? I don't know.
It is. It's a half of a circle. So there's a semicircle in here. So that's my semicircle. That's my half of a circle. It's got a diameter of 15 feet. So I knew to put it on the side with 15 feet. I knew the diameter from one end of the circle to the other was 15 feet. So I knew the semicircle was probably in there. I suppose it could also be on the 20-foot side, but it won't change the problem at all. So, okay, so a semicircle diameter 15 feet. The vinyl flooring will cost $3.50 per square foot for installation. How much will Rico pay for his vinyl kitchen flooring? Okay, so your first step is to calculate the total. Find the total. So step one, find total of rectangle. 2, find the area of the circle. All right, total area. This should be area of the rectangle. Area rectangle. Sorry, I had to do cursive there. I need a new tablet. This one is not working for me lately. I think this is becoming just not sensitive. I can't make it do decimals anymore. I can't make it do little dots. It just doesn't doesn't want to do what I want it to do anymore. All right, so they take the area, find the total area. That's gonna be 20 times 15. All right, so step number 1 is just 20 times 15. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. It's probably something like 300, something like that. And then the area of the circle. Okay, the area of the circle, that's gonna be a little bit harder for you, but we just learned how to calculate the area of the circle. It's up above us. All right, remember over here, I gave you the area of a circle. It's over here, it was pi times r squared. And then in this case, it was 1/4. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, except it's going to be 1/2, because as Yomari tells us, a semicircle is just half of a circle. So where was I? There I was. All right. So I need to do, okay, the area of a circle. It's going to be the area is going to be equal to 1/2 in this case, 1/2 times pi. There's pi times, what's the radius? 15 squared. All right, 1/2 times pi times 15 squared. And if you don't recall, pi is just a number, and I can't do decimals apparently. Yeah, it's not going to let me do a decimal. That's why I wanted to write it as pi. There, that's my best decimal I can do. I have to do like really, really big things in order for it to see it. 1/2 times 3.14 times 15 squared. Now, I don't know what 15 squared is off the top of my head. I could probably think about it. But yeah, so you'll run that calculation. That's going to be the area of your circle. Then you just take that, whatever that area of the circle is, you subtract it from the total area of your rectangle. And now you've got just the shaded area, right? Now you've got just this area right here. Once you have this area right here, you know how much square foot of vinyl flooring that Rico is going to need to buy. You're going to need to multiply that by 3.5 per square foot. That's how much Rico will pay for his vinyl flooring. I almost wish I had maybe broken this problem up into steps. Now that I look at it, I'm like, okay, let me I should have asked this question as ask you the total area of the rectangle, get you to give me the area of the circle, give me the difference, and then tell me. I could have broken up this into 4 different problems, and it might have been easier for you to handle. I probably should have started with one of those, simpler, broken up, and then giving you one all at one go. We have Nora here. Nora wants to put down carpeting for her living room. Her living room is a rectangle, which is 30 feet by 20 feet, so another rectangle. There's a fireplace in the corner of the living room, which has stone tiling in the shape of a quarter circle with a radius of 9 feet, which is not going to be carpeted. You don't want carpet near your fireplace. You can set your carpet on fire. The cost to have the carpet installed is $5 per square foot. How much will it cost Nora to carpet her living room? All right, so that is that problem, which is basically a total repeat of the problem above with different numbers. So that's what you have to do today. Do those 2 problems. I will stop my share right now. Does anybody need this? Any of the notes that I wrote down any longer? If you need those, keep them up.
No.
All right, I'm getting rid of them. I'm stopping sharing. I'm stopping the recording. And